Oh, it's good to see you. Thank you for doing it.
Terrific.
Yeah, Dry White Season. What attracted you to that?
I liked the idea that Marlon was doing it. I liked, they promised me that it wouldn't be a political film. You know, you get sent that kind of a script. Paula Weinstein, the producer, is an old friend of mine, and those kind of films, if they're done incorrectly, if they're done as a political film as opposed to a human film,
yeah,
then they're terrible. And she said, no, we're going to make it as a piece of entertainment, because films don't lead anything. They're at best a catalyst, and if it can serve that kind of function, if it can make an audience enjoy themselves, if they can go out with their hearts and minds kick-started, you know, then it's...
It would certainly do that. I don't... Enjoyment is probably the wrong word, because it's a very moving and stirring and sometimes violent film.
Yeah, but I enjoy when I enjoyed Battle of Algiers. It's a curious kind of thing to enjoy it, but it put me so much in touch with myself that I felt good. I just felt good as a human being, and I felt activated as a human being.
What about doing the South African accent? Because that's a handful, isn't it? That's a tough thing to keep. We worked for 3 months beforehand on it. The fellow who did it was a man who worked with Kevin Kline, and he's an American. He has a whole series of tapes of South African people. I learned a little bit of Afrikaans. Then we took one tape, a diplomat, a South African diplomat, and we just matched him. The South African accent has a huge range in it. You can hear the common one that people kind of mimic, and then there's the one I did. I noticed Marlon Brando did an English accent.
Yeah.
yeah. He played it, said he went back to Mutiny on the Bounty and did his accent from that.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Was it I mean, that was one of the reasons you took the movie.
Sure.
Can I ask, obviously we don't see much of Marlon Brando, and he's a great, great actor. Yeah. What was it like working with him? Was he an easy actor to work with? Or?
He's the most captivating, charming, intelligent, witty man you'd ever hope to meet, as an actor and as a human being. And to give you an idea, I was sitting in my dressing room. My wife was in Paris, and we were shooting here in Pinewood. And I was talking to her on the phone, and she was in Paris, and Marlon came into the dressing room, and I said, do me a favor, say hello to my wife, and just, you know, to give her some fun. He picked up the phone, he said hello, and she said, Donald, stop mucking about. And he said, no, it's not Donald, it's Marlon. And she said, and he said, mais vous êtes française? And he started to talk. He talked for half an hour in French. Then he hung up. I said, I was in the middle of talking to her. And he said, no, it's all right, she's coming over. And he was right. She'd hung up the phone, got on a plane, come over from Paris to London, because he is so charming and wonderful that she came over to see him. That's what he's like.
Yes, I've seen the movie, and it's an impressive role, isn't it? It's something of a cameo. You'd wish that you could see more of him in it. And perhaps we could have seen him through the movie a bit more. I missed him when he'd gone.
Did you? Well...
No, you were good. You were good. Donald, you were good. Donald was good, too.
Did you miss me when I was gone?
No, yes, you came to... Well, we won't ruin the ending. But in America, it didn't have quite the impact that it might have, the film, and wasn't as perhaps...
It had a huge critical success, and in the areas like New York and Los Angeles, it had a very popular success. It's just that the word of mouth on it didn't spread, and people are intimidated, you know, by going to something that might make them think a little bit. And they, you know, it's like the character that I play. They don't want to commit themselves to anything. They can live beside Auschwitz. They have kids at home who have been doing drugs for a year and they don't know it. I mean, they close their minds to it, and it's difficult to make a decision to go to see a movie that you know is going to affect you. They don't want to do that. They want to go see something that doesn't affect them. But when you do go see it, everybody who sees it says, wow, was that terrific? And it is. It's a terrific piece of entertainment. Go see it. Wow.
You've made a lot of good movies, to be complimented on them.
Yeah.
But you made a lot of movies before you were actually recognized, didn't you? About 16 before Dirty Dozen, which was the one that got you off.
But Dirty Dozen, you know, curiously, Dirty Dozen, I didn't have a speaking part in that film. And no, it's true, I didn't have a speaking part. I was a walk-on. I was one of what they called the bottom six. And, you know, there were 6 of us. And I was living in London, and we were all rehearsing, sitting around the green baize table, and Telly Savalas and Charlie Bronson and Clint Walker and all these guys. And Clint said that he had this role to play where his character pretended to be a general. And he didn't like the idea. He didn't think it was dignified for him representing the Indian people. His character was Posey. And he didn't think it was right for him in his position in Hollywood. And Bob Aldrich, who was the director, I mean, without blinking an eye, he didn't even know my name. We'd all had our hair shaved off. He looked around the table and he said, "You with the big ears, you do it." And it changed my life. I mean,
just because you got big ears?
Yes, yes. And the ears made the best of it.
They always said it was your eyes.
Yeah. When I've got hair, it's my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think you were picked as the person with the 3rd best eyes in the world or something a couple of years.
I saw Steven Steven Spielberg in an elevator going up to see the pediatrician because one of my kids was sick. And he said, "We both won this award for the eyes." And I said, "We have." And I was looking at his eyes, and he said, "No, not me, E.T." I shared the award with E.T.
But I mean...
I called home so quick, I can't tell you.
Going back to your early days, I mean, certainly reading about you, you had a hard time as a young actor because they said you're too tall and gangly, you don't look right to be a hero. And then Fellini picks you to be Casanova.
Yes.
Why do you think he did that?
He just had incredible insight. No, I did a film, I wanted to do, the thing that I thought was going to turn my career around was a film here called 3 in the Morning, which was about 2 years before Dirty Dozen. And I did what I think was the best audition I've ever done in my life. I was so happy and excited about it. I went home to my wife and I said, certainly they're going to have to give it to me. They called me up and I went in to have a meeting with the producers and the director. And they said, "You gave the best reading that anybody's ever given for this role." And it was just wonderful. And we're sorry that we cannot give the role to you. The reason why is we feel that the character is a kind of guy next door kind of person. And truthfully, you don't look like you've ever lived next door to anyone. They said it to me. They said it to me. It ruined my life for about 3 months.
And there you were. The next thing, you share a shower with Fellini and you're Casanova.
Yes.
Yes. That's how a career is built.
I shared a shower with Fellini.
We've had your son on, Kiefer, and he was a marvelous guest.
Many of the shower I've shared with that lad, yes.
Did you introduce him to the movies? Is he the one member of your family that's an actor now, or others in
His twin sister is a casting director for the CBC, and he's an actor. The others are, 15 and 11 and 7. The 7-year-old is a pyromaniac. He's just a wonderful actor, and his decisions are all his own.
You didn't discourage him or encourage him, or?
I just said that the only thing I ever said was that if you can be as honest as you possibly can be and pursue that, then you'll be real happy.
What about the star thing? You always say that you're not a star, that you don't take the business too seriously.
I take the business incredibly seriously.
But the business of being a star, you don't take too seriously.
I take it seriously in the sense that that the people on the street, like when I got off the plane, I came in from Montreal this morning, and I'd been in Los Angeles the day before. The people, I get off the airplane, and somebody says, "Hey, Donald." It's terrific. It's lovely. It's that exchange is wonderful. Everybody pays a lot of money so that I have a wonderful life, and it's truly a great life, and I enjoy the exchange.
Are you going to give less of your life to acting now, and I think I saw it somewhere, and more to your family?
Well, I don't work in the summer. I don't work June, July, August. Yeah. I just stay in the farm in Canada and play with the kids, and Francine.
And what about, have you got anything that we should look out for coming up, or any plans?
I did a film in Portugal. Rebecca Horn was the director. She's a German sculptor, and it's a film called Buster Keaton's Bedroom. And then I'm just about to go off to Poland for
Poland for 3 months to do a film of John Irvin's called Eminent Domain with Anne Archer.
So you're keeping busy.
You're going to come to Poland?
Not immediately. I have many commitments here. I'm going to keep the band working for a start, indefinitely.
Yes.
Keep the families.
They seem to have it down pat, don't
Yes,
they?
they are. They're okay. It's been a great pleasure to see you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for
lovely.
taking the trouble to come and join us. Donald Sutherland.
Do I get out of here?
No, not yet. No, yet. Can't go yet. You got to sit.
I have to sit?
Yeah, you got to sit and listen to me.
For how long?
I'll tell you.